Oh boy, did I spend a lot longer on this dimension than I wanted. Okay, hey, I'm Clue, welcome back to So Dungeon 2. So this is my 10-hour challenge where I'm trying to beat the game in 10 hours. And there's a lot of things I need to do perfectly and a lot of things I still need to figure out. And boy, this dimension was really one of them. So I think I spent a good week or two just running it over and over again. But finally, we got it done. I did have to cave. I am doing it in 2 runs. I really want to get it done in 1 run, but what can I do? So we're starting off, we're heading to the dimension, we have to go through all the annoying prompts. I don't know how many times I've watched this cutscene, it is pissing me off more and more, but it's all good. We can turn in all our quests and fully upgrade our gear, so we're grabbing 4 iron swords because we get 2 weapons from the quests, 5 shields because you get 1 shield from the quest, 6 bits of leather chest plates, whatever they're called, leather armor, and 6 iron rings, and that's fully decked out, the best you could possibly get to start off any world. And then to take it even further, we upgrade it to level 2. And you'd think this would be enough, at least I did. It's not. Again, we still have to do the dimension 2. It's fine. So we're doing 3 mystics, 3 nurses, and there is no possible way you can out-heal the damage in this dimension with just mystics and 1 heal stone from the quest. So you need nurses. That is an undisputable fact that I've had to learn. It's fine. It's a little bit of a change up. It means I can sort of rework Dimension 1 again. I do need to get to 25 for recharge, so it's a bit longer, but there are a few things I can also avoid or maybe do a bit better, maybe level up the nurses a bit. Either way, we'll try and finish this segment off and finally get 1 whole run done, so all the way to Dimension 10, and see what time we end up with. It's still looking good. Again, the early game is really turning out to be the biggest hurdle. I'm pretty sure that the end game is going to be nice and simple, just rinse and repeat. 1 run, get geared up, 1 run, beat the dungeon boss. Should be fairly simple. Anyway, we'll hop to it. So again, doing it in 2 runs. So this first run, we get to 120, about halfway, where we start to sort of slow down damage-wise, and also where we can't survive HP-wise. So going forward, if we don't have more than X amount of HP, there's no point in progressing, so I decide to end the run here. That way I can level up both the HP relic and equipment a bit more, get a little bit extra damage, make sure that we can survive all the later bosses. There's 3 in particular that are really challenging. The boss on 170 because it triple hits, the boss on 190 because it just does the most damage by far. I think it's like 46 is its max hit, whereas the final boss, their max hit is only 36 or 38. So we definitely need to gear up until I find an alternative strategy, which I have found. Just another little tidbit, because, you know, I do these in post, so I shouldn't feign ignorance. But yeah, so we're all geared up, we're grabbing all the quests, so gain X amount of essence, kill 20 rats, build the arena. I'm a bit iffy about the gold going to Dimension 3, but we should be fine with inheritance. I don't know if we can unlock both the nurses and the mystics. I think what will end up happening is Dimension 3 will have to be done in 2 runs regardless, and then Dimension 4 I can hopefully pull off a 1 run clear. The boss is the hang up though, because he's definitely a HP check, because is it the Darker Lord, is that what he's called? He has a few rounds where he goes twice, because his speed is just so high, and so you have to be able to survive 2 hits from a boss, and that's a pretty big deal. So through the HP relic, we shouldn't really need to upgrade gear, so I'm prioritizing weapons. There is a strategy, or at least some semblance, to upgrading the shields and the armor, and maybe grabbing the attack relic, but just for the sake of actually getting a clear done that I'm happy with, because it is still going to be a really good time for this dimension compared to my previous runs. We do upgrade the weapons, stack them on the nurses, because if we're, you know, a bit short on damage on the mystics, we can always use Torment to do a flat 22, so it's better to have the extra damage on the nurses. There might be a rationale for having the mystics on the right hand side, just because the back attacks and nurses we used to heal. But other than that, we can head into the dungeon and get this run done, hopefully. So here's the first big boss hurdle, and the reason for it is because he triple hits. So this is the first big heal check if I were to try and do it with all mystics. Because he does 29 against 3, I'd have to out DPS him. There's no way I can sustain healing through just a heal stone, so the nurses are a must for this fight, even though he does have somewhat low HP. It took only about 3 rounds. And then we come to this stat check of a boss. So again, this boss does more damage than the Chameleon boss. It has a high max hit, so this is the HP check. If I can't survive Meteor, which I got really lucky, I didn't realize the bottom nurse didn't have enough HP. Ooh, bit of hindsight. But we got through it, we survived Meteor, and we can finish off the boss nice and promptly. We do kind of have over-statted HP for this point. I think if I was to use the strategy, I wouldn't upgrade the HP relic as much, and that way I can upgrade the attack relic. But everything's checked off, and we can just smash our face against this boss. So, I don't know if I can speed this up, probably will. It's a 3-minute boss with this strategy of just healing through. I do get a bit unlucky here. I don't get any statuses. The statuses really help speed up. It's like 95 damage every few moves, and because the Chameleon has high speed as well. Not much I can do. I just have to, you know, heal, prioritize topping everyone off, and then doing whatever damage I can. The evasion is just so horrible. Everyone has to be above 36 to survive the Chameleon's base attack. 33 for the sweep, but you know, we have to play around everything because we can't afford to lose anyone. But we get it done. That's the important part. And now we can just prep for D3, and I'm all around happy. It took so long to figure this out, and it's obviously a simple thing. There is a way to do it in one run. I don't know which method is going to be better. I think stat-wise we're a bit better off using this method, but I'm worried about the magic clock running out for Dimension 10. So for the sake of knowledge, I am going to do every dimension going forward parallel. I don't know if I'll show, I might do like split screen or something, because I do get a run done, and therefore I can continue with both this run using one magic clock and my other version of the run which doesn't use any magic clocks, and then we can sort of see whichever one pays off better in the long run. It'd be better than obviously just running one course and then going back and running the other one. That way I can know, and I can actually prepare to actually do the run in fully optimized. But Dimension 2 done. It was about 37 minutes, I believe, so really decent. Definitely starting to pick up the pace. I think I still have over-invested in Dimension 1. I don't know, we'll see.